Okay guys, welcome to the third insert of the podcast. Today I have
Neelam.
and Neelam. What do you do?
Well, I do lots of things. First of all, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, mother of three children, and a grandma to a beautiful young little chirpy little soul. And my life actually evolves around the voluntary work I do. I do lots and lots of different things. For example, I run a group for women to help and support and empower women to be stronger as women. I'm a co-founder of the Indian Hindu Welfare Organization, which is to build a community center and a very first Hindu temple of Northampton and some sheltered accommodation. So the mission being cradle to grave. I do lots of other things. I attend council meetings. We organize big Diwali light celebrations, for which it was nice to have some tribute paid by the High Sheriff. Last week, Thursday, he invited me to a special dinner, and he mentioned how much he appreciated and enjoyed the experience of Diwali light and how inclusive we were with our Diwali light. So I do lots and lots of things, and I'm sure I've got a lot more. I've become a magistrate recently.
So you were talking about the charity IHWO. Now, what is the charity's main focus? Now, you said they were going to build that you want to build a temple. Have there been any other main focuses or other side focuses that you've been aiming to do for the charity?
Well, IHWO, the Indian Hindu Welfare Organization, is just one of the charity I am involved with. So talking about IHWO, we have a huge building project on the table. We've come a long way in the journey of this project, from securing the land to doing the blessing of the land to planning approval, and we are now in the process of collecting the money to actually do the building. So this is, if you like, around the fourth milestone in the journey of this project. But while we are waiting to build this wonderful project for many generations to come, we have ongoing program for the community. So we do lots and lots of events and activities for all age group. Everything we at IHWO do and offer is open to everybody, is inclusive. It welcomes people from all race, ethnicity, background, because we as IHWO are very proud to be known as a forward thinking, forward moving committee which embraces all cultures, and is the way to be, to move forward together from different faiths, different communities, as a group of one people.
So, IHWO sounds very big. Now, do you have any like aspirations in this community? Like, what do you expect the younger people should do for the community?
Well, very good question. I'm glad you asked it as a young person. I want to see young people come forward, be more involved, ask as many questions as they want, because I'm never afraid to be absolutely honest and upfront about whatever question they have, and just be involved, because what we are in fact creating, Balpreet, is for the future generations. Because I may not be here long enough to see the benefit of this project, but I genuinely hope and request, put a plea through your this recording, that people will come forward and take a great pride in wanting to create something which is going to give people the sense of belonging, that this is something which they belong to, is part of them. And if they have inputted into making it happen, it's going to make them even feel more involved and more proud. We're very open as a committee, open to new ideas, new suggestions. And if young people came forward, very willing to have an open meeting with young people. We do have young people involved with our project, but there can never be enough. So more people want to come forward and be involved, we will welcome them with our open arms.
So you were saying about the charity doing stuff. So how do you get the fund to create the temple that you want to create?
I think if we were, I see two questions in your question. One, funding for the big project, and then money we need to keep running the organization and keep going forward and delivering services. So in terms of delivering services, the biggest event we need money for is the Diwali light, and we apply to various funding bodies and the Councillor Empowerment Fund, and we've been very fortunate. For 17 years we have made the Diwali light event bigger and better each year. So it's the partnership of various agencies, including schools, because schools contribute towards the workshop, and we find part funding for the workshops which run in school. And it's a very fine example of multi-agency working and delivering something absolutely fabulous. In terms of the bigger picture, the bigger project, it's not going to be one single donor which will make it happen. I think I mentioned earlier there are 3 elements to the project, because our mission is from cradle to grave. So there is the community center facility, and then there is the temple, which is the religious aspect, and then there is the sheltered housing scheme for the elderly. So the housing, I'm confident we will have either a private investor or a housing company which will become partner and help fund that. The temple will be funded solely by the community through donations and covenant. Then we will obviously be approaching lots and lots of different funding bodies for the bigger project. We have number of ideas. People are working in the background with different ideas to try and raise money. It's not easy. You and I can sit here, Balpreet, and explore all these things, but it's hard work, because all the volunteers, the committee members are working people, family members, family people, and we are all trying to do this on top of all the other work, family, and other commitment we have. But we are a very determined team of passionate, hardworking individuals who believe in making this project happen, and we dedicate significant amount of our time to keep moving the project forward.
So you were talking about an event that takes up a lot of cost. Now, Diwali light, could you explain what happens in that event and what you guys do to make it so publicly well known for the people who don't know?
Well, Diwali light started 17 years ago, and I am so delighted to be able to sit here and say that the times have changed, the tables have turned. There was a time we used to be out and about talking about Diwali light, but now the Diwali light is in people's diary. We announce the date at every Diwali light event. We have dates booked up to 2021. So we are learning as we go through our planning of these, staging of these events, and we are now beginning to pre-plan. all our dates and announce them in 1 year in advance, so people have 1 year notice. I think the beauty of Diwali Light is the multi-agency, as I was saying earlier. We are so fortunate to get the schools involved. So lots of children, parents, grandparents, friends, family, they all come out and be part of that beautiful evening lantern procession we have. We have different agencies. So what happens on that day, I think, is more about what happens leading up to the day. So we are in March now. We already started discussing, planning the Diwali light event for 2018, which is going to be on 3rd of November. I think, quick, check the date. Saturday is the first Saturday in November, because Diwali is late this year. And we are having number of meetings to look at what can we learn from what we did last year, how can we improve, and what can we add to the this year event. Thank you for checking the date. It is on Saturday, the 3rd of November, Diwali Light, and this will be our 18th annual event. We have a stage performances throughout the day from 1 o'clock. We have lots of stalls, the most popular one being the food, ethnic food, Indian food, curries, and they are very popular. We have a complete sellout by those stalls. 1 year we had 4 food stalls, and they were all sold out by the end of the evening. We encourage local entrepreneurs, local businesses to come and hold a stall. We keep our charges bare minimum, so it's not a barrier for any local small business to come and have a stall there. And we always advise the stall holders that don't look at it as a cost to hold the day, hold your stall on the day and recover your cost. See it as your marketing budget, and the offshoot benefit throughout the year will hopefully pay off the £50 cost we have charged in the past for the stall holders. So there are lots of workshops which encourages individuals to come and actually experience. So for example, carom board, which is a board game, a traditional Asian game. We have henna, so people can come and have a tattoo done. The sari, a lot of myths about what do you do with the 6 yards of the material. And again, we have volunteers who will dress up people in the sari, and they can walk around, they can purchase. We have a sari stall which are recycled saris. So load goes on. We have stick dance, traditional folk Gujarati dance, which is the stick dance, and again we have a workshop on the stage. We encourage the public to be on the stage and take part. So it's a very involving kind of a day, and the biggest celebration is in the evening when we have the lantern parade. So the lanterns which schools have created, the children have been working hard with Festive Road and created, and then they all come out and we do a fantastic parade. We stop at the Guildhall and offer a light to pay respect to our town building as we're going past, and then we pass All Saints Church. Again we stop, we link with the father of the church, Father Oliver in this case, and we offer a light, because again we as Hindus believe that if we're going past a place of worship, we should stop and pay respect as part of the celebration. A lot of the time people ask that Diwali is a religious function. What we do in town is not religious. It is a cultural awareness, cultural celebration. We are doing nothing religious happens on the day. We have enormous amount of people from all ages, all communities come out and help celebrate this very important festival. And I think it's absolutely wonderful that the date goes in people's diary 1 year in advance, and people come to us and say, oh, when is the Diwali light? And that to me is so important, that it is now fixed in people's mind that there is a big celebration which takes place in this town, and they want to be part of it.
So I've been to a few Diwali lights in my time, and I've enjoyed the performances. Now, I always see there are some same people doing performances as the year before, and I sometimes see new people doing performances. Now, is there like something that you do for people to come in and like talk to you about doing new performances? Because maybe there's a listener out there who's like, wow, I could maybe do a performance for Diwali Light, and that would be so cool.
Absolutely, we welcome. I mean, obviously, we had a waiting list last year, and we overran our stage performances, as you may remember. Timing is crucial to me, and punctuality. But we ended up having a lot more. So, my advice to anybody who's listening is keen to perform, is to get in touch around August time with us, and put your name down. We welcome, absolutely welcome any new ideas, new suggestions. It's not always just the Bollywood. We have such a vast variety of performances at Diwali Light, so everybody's welcome.
So, you were saying they can get in touch with you. How was that possible? Could it be through like social media, or is there a website they can go to?
Yes, we have a website which is www.ihwo.org.uk. You can just Google IHWO and it comes as a first or second hit. And you will find by then, the details will be on our website. We have a very active Facebook. We have nearly 1,000 members on our Facebook, and you can post your request suggestions on our website or Facebook. We welcome involvement of anybody and everybody.
So that was about Diwali Light. Now, are there any other events that you guys do that might be interesting for the listeners to hear about?
Well, a lot goes on, as I was saying to you, Balpreet, earlier. We as an organization get involved with the International Women's Day, which is on coming Saturday, the 10th of March. I was one of the very first inspirational woman winner of International Women's Day. We get involved by holding a stall there. I'm on the judging panel, and it's absolutely fantastic to recognize, to celebrate women and the contributions women make to the betterment of our society. So I'm really glad that Northampton Borough Council organizes this and does it so beautifully, and it's important. There is a book being launched of inspirational women this coming Saturday. The other big event, I mean, we do lots and lots of events. We would have celebrated Holi, Dulhandi, the Spring Festival. We do major 9 days festival celebrations around end of September, October time, which is known as Navratri, the 9 nights, to celebrate the female form of goddess Durga and her 9 different forms. And it's a special celebration which brings the family, especially the young people, out to join in and celebrate the festival, dress up. They all get very excited and very happy, which is great. Again, very important that young people are taking part in their cultural celebrations, and I guess it keeps them in touch with their cultural values, which is very, very important for every young person. That's my opinion, of course. So there are major celebrations. We do smaller scale things like take food for the elderly on New Year Eve, and feed the elderly at the sheltered housing accommodation place. We play games with them, musical chair. And what is really humbling to see is women who, walking with their stick, become very competitive and enjoy the musical chair. We do some kind of a singing competition, then we do the bhajans, which is the hymn singing to finish the program. So lots and lots of things go on. We took part in the Northampton in Blooms last year through our Chai and Chat ladies group from IHWO. and we, as the first newcomer to the Northampton in Blooms, we were absolutely blown away when we won Silver Guild for our project. And we were then also announced as the best newcomer. We were the winner of the best newcomer category as well. We took part as the Chai and Chat group in Knit and Chat, where we also took part in the picnic at Abington Park. We knitted a big blanket which was used as part of our gardening project as well, to wrap it around the tree. And children got involved doing the pom-poms to decorate the tree as part of the gardening project. So we were able to combine our knitting project and the gardening project. So we're very creative and innovative in what we do, what we think about. We run as IHWO classical dance group for young people, an opportunity for them to learn their heritage and classical dancing, people who are interested in. We have Gujarati language school which runs every Saturday. We have 2 youth groups which runs every Friday and Sunday. So load goes on overall. We have monthly singing bhajans to celebrate the Jalaram Bapa, which takes place at Western Favour Parish Hall every 4th Sunday of the month. We also celebrate key festivals. So all these events people can access on our website. And there is an activity calendar on the website where most of our events are listed.
So what I'll do is if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link in the description down below of the website and you guys can check that out. So you were talking about the 9 days festival, the Navratri. Now, what happens in that festival in the 9 days? So what do you guys do?
Well, we obviously as a committee organize, plan and deliver a very successful 9 days festival. Everybody from the committee and the beyond, because it needs a lot of volunteers, so community member come forwards. Like last year we had Damini and her team. You were involved, Balpreet, I think last year. So you as young people came to us and said we want to decorate the room, the hall where we do the dancing. So we said fine, go ahead and do it. And you guys made a big difference and did it successfully. So what we do is we are there religiously, we record everybody, we have people allocated on the front desk, and we have music group which comes all the way from Rugby. They have other musicians who join them from Leicester, Birmingham, and Coventry, other places. So we have music group, they play wonderful music. We do the first part of the celebration. It starts with an arti, which is offering a prayer to the goddess Durga, and then we do the Ras Garba, and then we have second arti, and then we have the dandiya, the stick dance, the folk dance. And then people who are really into it, they ask for ranjaniyo and lots of different types of particular regional dancing, and music group is very happy to sing those songs. So the whole thing is very much about enjoying, getting dressed, getting to see people, because in this busy life we all lead, there is just not enough time to meet each other, and this is a very good opportunity. A celebration like Navratri provides us with, that we meet each other as a result, and it's very popular with young people. People look forward to the 9 days festival.
So that's all that takes place. You've done a quick debrief on all of the IHWO stuff that happens. Now, if you guys want to check out anything else, if you want to get more information, just check in through their Facebook, ask them what's going on. You can go on their website, see other things, and there are multiple other ways that you can get in contact with them. It will all be in the description down below. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Thank you very much, Neelam.
Thank you, Balpreet.
And yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next podcast next week. Until then, enjoy.